Today, I would like to discuss about the structure of Chu Kar in our basics and forms. It is unique because our shoulders are perpendicular to our hips in 90 degrees. This is kind of weird. Look at this. My hip is facing to the side and my shoulder is facing to the front. This has created a 90 degrees angle between the hip and shoulder. We call this as the cross structure. This has violated the 6 harmonies of a good and strong structure, whereby we need to have shoulder in parallel with the hip, knees are in parallel with the elbows, hands are in parallel with the feet. So what is the objective of this kind of structure? Let me explain to you. This structure is not designed to be used in fighting and applications. Instead, it is used for training our hip and waist, power and flexibility, by creating a tension while we are turning to the side. This will also help to stretch the tendons, ligaments and muscles of our back, hip and waist to increase the flexibility. The reason is very simple. It is the focused training for the stance and waist power generation. In Cantonese, we call it as Yu Ma Hab Yat. It means unity of the waist and stance. For applications of fighting, we have another stance, which is called as the Pateng Papatma. Look at this. It is complying to the 6 harmonies of good and powerful structure. Shoulder is in parallel with the hip. Elbows are in parallel with the knees. And the hands are in parallel with the feet. This is a powerful and strong structure. We call this structure as the fighting structure. This is the advantage of training the basics and the forms with the cross structure. We are able to use the stance, waist and the hip in the power generation effectively and efficiently. We can see the significant stance, waist and the hip are driving full body structure power generation here. Many Chu Kar practitioners thought that they can use the cross structure in fighting. This is not true at all. The main reason is that this cross structure will give more opportunities to the opponent to move to our blind side easily and take control over our structure. If our structure is out of our control, especially in the blind spot, then it is very difficult for us to recover or defend ourselves. Some people believe that the cross structure is able to protect themselves from the groin attack. This is not true at all because the opponent is still able to kick to our groin if we use this cross structure. Let us look at the comparison between the cross structure versus the fighting structure in terms of the structural power generation. See, this is cross structure. This is weak in the structure itself and it is unable to handle the huge incoming force efficiently. Now, look at the fighting stance. It is able to handle a strong incoming force and send the opponent who is with deep and wide forward stance backward. From here, we can conclude that although the fighting structure stance is narrower and not as deep as the cross structure, it is structurally more powerful than the cross structure. The cross structure is purely for training purposes only, and it is not designed to be used in fighting. For fighting, we need to use the fighting structure.